California Faculty Association announces a vote that could impact students and their start to a new semester. We'll have the details.
The CSU Chancellor comes to see the campus, students, and faculty demand answers during an adversarial visit.
LinkedIn stops by campus this week. See what the company intends to release just for SJSU students. Update News starts now.
From the School of Journalism and Mass Communications at San Jose State University, your source for what's happening with a fresh perspective on today's issues. You're watching Update News.
Welcome to Update News. I'm Rebecca LaPena.
And I'm Michaela Shelton. Thanks for joining us. Faculty at San Jose State and throughout the CSU system could go on strike. The California Faculty Association announced the results of its strike vote on Wednesday. Update News reporter Adrian Monroy is live with details. Adrian?
Here on campus, next semester could usher in a strike. The results of a union vote were announced on Wednesday.
The faculty of the CSU have voted, and the votes have been counted and verified by a third party. So I will share with you now the results.
The California Faculty Association celebrated on Wednesday when members heard they were authorized to strike thanks to an overwhelming vote from members.
94.4% approval for the strike vote authorization is very good news.
The union is asking for a 5% raise, but the chancellor is approving only 2%, even though members have received little or no raises the past decade. The union represents 25,000 professors, lecturers, librarians, coaches, and counselors throughout the CSU system. The vote gives the union bargaining power. If a strike were called, it would be the first in the union's history in California.
We are powerful.
Yes.
Yes. We are ready to act if necessary, and we will do that for as long as it takes. This fight is about bread and butter of salary for us, but that's not all. The vision of what the CSU is, who it serves, and what its future can be.
If a strike were called, it would be a rolling strike from north to south, with each campus striking for 2 days.
The union is planning a demonstration in Long Beach on November 17th. Live on campus, Adrian Monroy, Update News.
The strike vote was announced on the very day that Chancellor Timothy White was visiting San Jose State. For more info on that, let's go to Adrienne Manso. She's live in the newsroom. Adrienne?
Michaela, the strike announcement turned the visit into a chaotic situation. Students and faculty were demanding answers from Chancellor Timothy White, transforming his main meet and greet opportunity into a confrontation. Chancellor Timothy White's visit on Wednesday was intended to show his commitment to the 23 CSU campuses and to get up close and personal with faculty, staff, and students at San Jose State. During an open forum in the morning, he commended the spirit of people here.
You exemplify the diversity of ideas here. You're at the cutting, if not the bleeding edge, really, not only in California, but in America and the world.
The open forum came right on the heels of the California Faculty Association's announcement that more than 94% of faculty have authorized a strike. But Chancellor White said he wouldn't be commenting in detail on the issue out of respect for the bargaining process.
But you all will understand that that is at the table is where the bargaining happens, not in a forum like this.
At the open forum, he did his best to steer the conversation towards other San Jose State matters. But with the arrival of CFA supporters, many questions were about their announcement and the surrounding issues.
I didn't really understand what he was talking about. He just kind of droned on and on and on. I was like, I just want to ask my question. Like, we're not here to listen to you talk. Like, there's like this potential strike authorization going on, and like, we want to talk about that.
The open forum lasted about 1 hour, but Chancellor White spent 20 minutes in his opening remarks, leaving time for only about half a dozen questions from the audience.
With issues or their questions, do you ever feel like it's a personal attack towards you?
People have been extraordinarily respectful to me, even in our conversations. And that's what I really see.
Chancellor White says he knows what it's like to be a university professor because he was one. In a meeting with the media earlier that morning, White said,
I genuinely understand and value and respect the role of the faculty, as I do all of our staff.
Later in the day, his visit included a tour of the campus as well as interaction with students and faculty. While Chancellor White's visit was well received by some, others wanted more from him. Specifically, those involved with the California Faculty Association.
I don't think his showing up shows anything. As Martin Luther King said, you know, a budget is an emotional document. It's a statement of your beliefs.
Chancellor White continues his tour of the CSU campuses. His next stop is at CSU San Bernardino. Live in the newsroom, Adrienne Manso, Update News.
Bullying and hate crimes have been ongoing issues on campus. The San Jose State community brought awareness on Tuesday evening at an event called Community Conversations. Students shared their experiences and suggestions on how SJSU can prevent bullying and stereotypes.
With thousands of students attending San Jose State, many are unaware of the fact that bullying still exists on campus. However, some students are growing concerned about student safety.
I have heard about different things on campus, especially in the last year and a half, of things happening to students, and I'm concerned about it.
Students put bullying into 4 categories: physical safety, mainly for women, police brutality, underrepresented students, and the area that these students say needs most improvement: communication and coordination.
We call it communication and coordination because there are a lot of things going on campus, and not everybody knew about all those things.
Dr. Becky Cohen-Vargas is the education director for an ongoing campaign organization called Not in Our Town and Not in Our Campus, aimed at creating a safe environment for students to learn. She said since SJSU is one of the most diverse campuses in the nation, harassment and hateful comments may occur more frequently.
They really had some issues that had gone pretty deep, and they needed to look at the whole way the campus was structured to approach that.
Presenters shared the history of activism at San Jose State and how students have always shined a light on inequality. Today, students continue to keep the legacy of activism alive.
Students have had the time to share what they think freely, that we also are getting great feedback that is going to be shared with the Vice President for Student Affairs as well as the Provost, and this information is going to get to the Cabinet and back to the President.
At the event, students proposed how to come up with solutions. The Spartan community has been taking action by hosting the See Something, Say Something campaign, which advocates Spartans for safety. Many departments within the San Jose State community are working together to bring bullying to an end.
Some of these departments include the Faculty Affairs, Student Affairs, the Cesar Chavez Action Center, and Housing. On campus, Marguerite Sufuli, Update News.
If you are on campus and your car is giving you trouble, you are in luck. San Jose State offers assistance for free. Car Services is located in the University Police Department on 7th Street. Car maintenance includes jump-starting a dead battery or getting a key outside of a locked car.
We'll also help you change a tire, or if you need to go to the gas station, we'll loan you a gas can and take you to a gas station so you can get some gas.
Students can reach Car Services by using the blue light phones located on each parking lot floor. Parking Patrol will be there to assist students right away. And just a reminder, if at any time students feel unsafe walking to their vehicle, they can use the blue light phone to connect with police, and an officer will escort students to their car.
The Career Center wants more students to take advantage of the opportunities on campus to find out about jobs. And at least at this one event Tuesday, the turnout was strong. More than 100 students packed the Student Union Theater for the Intel Info session. Intel's corporate office is located in Santa Clara, the heart of the Silicon Valley. Students gave their resume to an Intel representative and talked to them about their interest in the company. The Career Center advises students to connect with as many employers as possible while still attending SJSU. Once they graduate, they'll have to pay an alumni fee to attend these kind of meetings. The Career Center's goal is to have students be career ready when they leave SJSU.
LinkedIn made a big announcement on Wednesday during a Spartan Success Series event. The social media site has announced a new app just for SJSU students. The new app will give us students daily updates and provide them with content to help their job search. It allows students to discover new career paths, learn from alumni, explore new companies, and find job matches specific to them.
Admittedly, a lot of LinkedIn has been built for experienced professionals that have potentially, a couple professional roles under the belt. The idea with the app is to help undergraduate students who potentially, don't really know what path to go down.
During the event, students got advice from LinkedIn employees who were also SJSU alumni. In a van parked on campus, students also were able to take professional headshots and review their profiles. LinkedIn for SJSU won't be ready until spring. However, students at the event were the first to see what's in store.
Alpha Phi sorority at San Jose State is celebrating its philanthropy this week. The week-long event promotes raising awareness and money for heart health. Andrea Sandoval reports.
Greeks gathered in the Student Union Theater Tuesday as an informational PowerPoint played.
We have our great session for our Philanthropy Week. It's Heart to Heart Week, and we're raising money for Alpha Phi Foundation.
Heart disease is the #1 killer of women in North America, and the Alpha Phi Foundation thought it'd be fitting that an organization of women can help fight it.
It's really prevalent, it affects a lot of people, and for the Alpha Phi Foundation, we try to raise money to go towards women's heart health research and to help people who have been affected by heart disease.
Heart attacks have major several warning signs and symptoms: chest pain or discomfort, upper body pain in the arms, neck, or back, shortness of breath, and cold sweats.
It's very important that people know more about the heart and problems that come with that.
At the end of the week, Alpha Phi will send all the money raised to the Heart Health Foundation, crowning the king and queen of hearts to the person who raised most money for their philanthropy. In San Jose, Andrea Sandoval, Update News.
Coming up, we'll have Eugene Liu here with arts and entertainment. We'll take you live on campus to show you how SJSU is conserving water during the drought.
The anticipated Star Wars movie premiere is fast approaching. See where you can watch it for a larger experience.
And an arts exhibit in San Jose showcases everyday life in a multicultural world. We'll have the details after this break.
The South Bay rejoiced in the rain this week. On Monday, we had a real downpour. Unfortunately, the rest of the week has been dry, so the drought marches on. While the rain may have made some lawns greener in some parts, San Jose State's lawn have managed to retain their color all semester long. Jessica Monday is live on campus to show us why. Jessica?
Rebecca, why is it that during this drought some lawns have gone brown, but the lawn here on campus is still green? The answer is recycled water. Outdoor watering uses 2 gallons per minute. That's a lot if we are to water all lawns on this 154-acre campus. That amount seems even larger when you consider that California is in a state of emergency and is calling for a 30% reduction in water use across the county. But all lawns on campus are kept green because they are irrigated with recycled water. The campus uses recycled water for indoor plumbing, and more than 400 urinals and toilets were converted to low-flow fixtures. The various campus fountains are also helping the effort to reduce water.
You'll notice on campus that we have turned off all of our fountains with the public displays of water usage.
In front of the Health Center, SJSU has installed drought-resistant plants, new landscaping for a new building, and considerations for saving water in the future. San Jose State has reduced its water usage by 28% since it implemented recycled water in 2009. The campus is expecting long-term savings when it comes to both water used and money saved. Live on campus, Jessica Monday, Update News.
We have Eugene Liu here with the latest in arts and entertainment. What's new, Eugene?
Thank you, Rebecca. I have a few things for you today. The Latino American Art and Culture Museum, known as MACLA, is hosting an exhibit found in translation. It consists of art made by award-winning California-based Latino artists. The exhibit plays with ideas of multiculturalism, what it means and what it has become, and different ways it connects to us. 4 artists transform everyday objects and materials into works of art, including sculptures and even street signs. The item illustrates the complexities of the human experience in a multilingual and multicultural world. Aaron De La Cruz's pieces are a visual narrative about his experience living in San Francisco, whose soul is rapidly changing. Rogelio Gutierrez pays tribute to the American immigrant work ethic and displayed his parents' name tags to show they worked really hard to bring him to where he is now. Patrick Martinez used neon signs to display his own expression and address income inequality.
Engages people in a different way, where we're basically showing colors of not necessarily a rainbow, but the rainbow of multiculturalism, and people are constantly comparing themselves to that.
The Found in Translation exhibit is on South 1st and Reed Street, open Wednesday through Sunday until November 15. The Beethoven at Home exhibit is here for the first time at the Martin Luther King Library. Students and musicians can now be educated on Beethoven's deep history, including the many homes he lived in and who he was close to during his life. It was established by businessman and Beethoven enthusiast Ira F. Brilliant more than 30 years ago. Until now, students could only learn mainly about the life, works, and accomplishments of the great composer. Now, they can see the places Beethoven lived throughout his life.
They will get an impression of a real human being, not just a composer, but a human being like all of us, and see the actual homes that he's in. They'll also be able to see some original instruments that Beethoven would have used. They would get an idea of the type of keyboards that he played on and composed for.
Students have until December 23rd to see the Beethoven at Home exhibit. And that's all I have for arts and entertainment.
That Beethoven exhibit sounds really interesting. Did you get a chance to check that out?
I did, and I actually played with some of the pianos, so let me say it was very exciting. I learned a lot that day.
Oh, that's great. When we come back, we'll have Vanessa Gongora here with sports.
The Spartans take the soccer field against their rivals, the Bulldogs. We have the results.
And local organizations celebrate a minority population that's flying under the radar here at San Jose State. Update News returns in 30 seconds.
With San Jose having a diverse population, many students might not be aware of this, but 5% of the city is Filipino. This past October was Filipino American History Month. Clubs and organizations celebrated the inaugural Filipino American History Day at the Circle Garden last Thursday. Update News reporter Raymond Abali has the story.
The lesser-known population of San Jose State, Filipino Americans got to connect with their roots Thursday.
Nationally, we celebrate October in remembering Filipino American history, our heroes, and the events that Filipino Americans have contributed to in the U.S.
Sociology professor Valerie Francisco says Filipino Americans should be celebrated as much as any other culture.
The heroes of the United States aren't just one color, isn't just coming from one racial or ethnic background, that we come from a very different communities and different cultures.
More than 49,000 Filipinos live in San Jose, but Francisco says the Filipino community is flying under the radar.
The Filipinos in the Bay Area are a huge population in the United States. They contribute widely to our political and economic areas here in the Bay Area.
Event goers got to learn about cultural dances, heroes, and locations of Filipino history in the Bay Area.
Basically, for our event, we're having everyone go to each of the tables to do an activity. At each table, the activity will be something related to the Filipino American history.
Once students visited every booth and got a stamp, they were rewarded with Filipino foods, pancit, lumpia, white rice, and mango-flavored ice cream. San Jose State Interim President Susan Martin and Associated Students President Lulu Amante joined in the festivities. Student organizations Akbayan, Alpha Kappa Omega, Alpha Kappa Omicron, and Mosaic taught students about Filipino dance, art, and history.
Ready, front, AKO! Present, arms! Order, arms! Brothers, who's got love for San Jose State University? AKO!
Organizers spent a long time planning this event and are looking forward to making it even bigger next year, so more students will learn about the Filipinos among them. On campus, Raymond Ibali, Update News.
Vanessa Gongora is here with sports. Vanessa, what's been going on? I know our soccer teams have been doing good and basketball season is about to start.
Yeah, the women's soccer team is coming to the end of the season, but they're doing really well.
That's great.
The San Jose State women's soccer team held its last home game of the season this past Friday. The Spartans hosted the Fresno State Bulldogs on what was Senior Day, celebrating those who were playing their last home game as a student here. During the first half, the Spartans created a number of opportunities but were unable to capitalize. After 80 minutes of play, Spartans' Daryl Franklin was able to break through the Bulldogs' defense after a pass from Courtney Elgerman. Franklin would go on to score another goal just 2 minutes later that would allow the Spartans to finish their season at home with a 2-0 win.
I wanted to come out strong, and I think our team also wanted to come out strong because it was a senior game. So we all came out strong together, and that's what kept up the tempo and helped us win the game.
The Spartans are currently competing in the Mountain West Championship Tournament. And taking a look at a few games ahead tonight, men's basketball will take on Pacific Union College on the Event Center at 7 p.m. This weekend, the Spartan tennis team will compete in the Bronco Invitational. Matches will take place all day across town at Santa Clara University. And women's basketball will have their second exhibition match of the season, this time taking on Holy Names University Hawks, 7 p.m. Monday night in the Event Center. And that's all I have for sports.
Wow, that's really cool. I'm excited for basketball season. What do you think?
I am too. I hope they do good. I have faith, so we'll see.
Me too. They have 5 new freshmen who are ready for this season.
San Jose State's Bookstore held its biannual Grad Fest this week to kick off graduation festivities. A section of the bookstore was closed off for students graduating in December. Companies were offering students the opportunity to purchase their stoles and diploma frames. Students also had the chance to order class rings and take pictures for their senior announcements.
We are here today because we are preparing to graduate, and after all these years, we're excited to finally pick up and walk across the stage and show that we're proud.
The bookstore holds Grad Fest every fall and spring. Approximately 6,000 students are expected to graduate in December. And that's all we have for this week's edition of Update News.
From all of us here, thanks for joining us and see you next week.